All right, there we go. What is going on, everybody? Wonder Bro here with another live stream. Of course, as usual, we are on the iPad. We are on the iPad tonight. How is everybody doing? Let me try to get this situated. Come on. The case I ordered for this iPad is super awesome because it's got a stand on it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. How is everybody doing tonight? What time is it? 3 a.m. Time went back tonight, right? Time went back tonight. Craig, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How are all you beautiful people doing? Title of this stream is You Don't Have to Believe Me. Okay, this is a topic that I've wanted to go over for a while now. Gustavo, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, David. Hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. How are you beautiful people? So the title of this stream, and I'm going to jump right into this stream today, is You Don't Have to Believe Me. Now, I think we've touched on this a time or two in the past, but this is pretty important, okay? Now, I remember when I had learned all the advice that I needed to learn during my recovery journey. I'd read, Dr. Claire Weeks' books. I'd listened to the videos. I'd done all my research. All of that was done. It was out of the way. It was time to begin my journey. But I did not have complete faith, okay? I did not have complete faith in that what I was going to do was going to work. The beautiful part of that, however, is that you don't need complete faith in order for it to work. The brain is going to retrain regardless as long as you're using the advice, okay? It's going to retrain regardless as long as you're using the advice, aka acceptance, changing your reactions to fear, not behaving fearfully in the face of fear, so we can show our brains that there's no real danger, and not even bothering fighting with those negative thoughts because it's pointless and stressful. If you follow the advice, whether you have complete faith in me or not, it does not matter. Your brain is going to be retrained. So you don't have to go into this thing thinking to yourself, well, unless I believe this 110%, it's not going to work for me. That is not true. You don't have to believe this 110% in order for it to work for you. You just actually have to use it. That's what's important, is actually using it, not so much having 110% faith in it. Because I know when I got started, for the first time, yes, it seemed real, yes, it made sense, but there was a part of me that had some doubts, and that's okay. As long as you're using the advice anyway, your brain is going to be retrained. Doesn't matter if you have complete faith or not. Does it help if you have faith in it? Yes, of course it's going to help. But do you have to have complete faith in it in order for it to work? No. So if you're going into this and you have your days where you have your doubts, understandable, especially if you're in that sensitized state, okay? Understandable. But rest assured that as long as you do it anyway, make yourself do it anyway, because you have nothing to lose. As long as you do it anyway, you will retrain your brain, whether you have complete faith in it or not, okay? So if you're going into this and you're down on yourself and you want to beat yourself up because you don't believe in it 110%, you can go ahead and drop that worry right there. Doesn't matter if you believe in it 110% or not. As long as you're using it, that's what's going to make the difference. Doesn't matter if you have faith in it. It does not matter. So I just wanted to cover that and make that very, very clear, because that's something I struggled with during my journey. I knew the advice, it all made sense, but I still had my doubts. And in the end, that was okay, because I used the advice anyway with my doubts. With my doubts, I still used the advice, and I still retrained my brain. So if that's something you're worried about, go ahead and drop that right now. All right, you guys, that was the point of today's stream. Just something I wanted to go over very briefly. I hope it helps somebody out there. I am going to hang out with you guys tonight, so we're going to read some comments. I'm chatting from my son's phone. Well, hello, welcome. My guy, Wonder Bro, what's up? Not a whole lot, man, just hanging out, enjoying the night. I had a lot of fun with our, what was that, like a 4-hour stream we did the other night? It was like 4 hours or something, and I didn't think people would enjoy it. Like, I knew some people would enjoy it, but I didn't think it'd be very popular because it drug on for 4 hours. I figured people would get sick of that. But as it turns out, people really do enjoy the extended long streams, and that's fine with me because I enjoy hanging out. So awesome. Yeah, it was 4 hours long. It's almost got 1K views in just 2 days, and a ton of thumbs ups. A ton of thumbs ups. So apparently people do enjoy the long extended streams, which is really cool, which is a really cool discovery because I was a little bit worried about that. What up, everyone? What up, Wonder Bro? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night, good day. Hope you're having a good night and a good day, whatever time you're watching. 3:30 a.m. here. Ooh, $60 donation from Pete. Thank you so much, Pete. You didn't have to do that. You were the man. Round of applause for Pete in the chat, please. Can everyone start spamming those clap emojis for Pete to let him know how grateful we are for that donation? Thank you so much, Pete. $60. That helps me a ton. That truly does help me a ton. I am so grateful for that. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get the clap emojis in the chat for Pete to let him know that we are extremely thankful for that donation. You didn't have to do that, but you did it out of the kindness of your heart. Thank you so much, Pete. I am extremely grateful. Helps me a ton. Helps me a ton. Thank you so much. You're beautiful. You are beautiful. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Gustavo says, Chris, I realized I've gone to the worst part, been sensitized recently, but the skills I've learned from you get me out of it quicker. That is awesome. That means you're continuing to retrain. So chances are, you're still fairly new to this, kind of, sort of. Chances are you still have more pathways, anxious pathways in your brain to retrain. That's totally fine. So take advantage of this. Take advantage of this. Thank you again so much for that, Pete. I really appreciate that, dude. It means a ton to me. Thank you so much. Hello from Sweden. I have been following you from the start. You are great. Are you anxiety free now? Yes. As of my first video on this channel, about 3 years ago, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But when I uploaded my first video to this channel, it's the day that I kind of realized that, hey, I feel like my old self again. I just went through some shit, and this worked. And now I'm going to start a YouTube channel and try to help other people not have to feel that way. Thank you again, Pete. I know, I drive it, I beat it to death. When someone donates, I beat it to death with the gratitude. I'm sorry, it's just who I am. I like to express how grateful I am because you guys don't have to do that, and I'm extremely grateful. And I know it probably gets old hearing it 1,000 times, but seriously, thank you guys so much. Proud of you, Gustavo. Proud of you, dude. These times are going to happen, You can recover and then have a rough patch. You can recover and then have a bit of a rough patch. And you can have several ups and downs. These things happen. But if you take advantage of these rough times and use the advice and understand that it's just a chance to continue retraining, okay, you can make quick progress and do some serious work to your brain. And that's what matters. Does it matter how long you were sensitized? Absolutely not. Doesn't matter if you've been sensitized for 10 years, for 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. It does not matter how long you've been sensitized. Your brain is willing and ready to learn, okay? And you can recover. You can recover if you use the advice. You've got to use the advice to make it count. You've got to use the advice to make it count. And that was, the point of the stream, that you don't have to have faith in it. As long as you're doing it, you're retraining. So that's what matters. Woke up like really depressed. What do I do about this? And yesterday, nervous feeling came out of nowhere. Depression kind of goes hand in hand with anxiety. It's I wouldn't say it's to be expected, because some people can go through the sensitized journey and not deal with depression. But it's not uncommon for depression to be there during the sensitized journey, after whatever. After, during, doesn't matter. So the same concept that you would use with anxiety, don't add second fear. Don't get involved with that negative thinking. You'll just fall down the rabbit hole. Okay? And take advantage of the time to accept what you feel. You accept it. Okay? It's there. You accept it. But you're moving on with your life, and you're doing these positive things, and you're retraining your brain. Okay? And you're getting up every single day with the mindset that today I'm going to accept however I feel and not add second fear to it. But I'm also going to change my reaction to it. I'm going to do more positive things throughout my day. right? Take advantage of your rough patches. That is when your brain's going to learn the most, is when you're going through a rough patch. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. That change of mindset helps so much. When you change your mindset from victim to I don't want to feel this way to I'm going to take advantage of this time to retrain my brain. It's okay to feel however I feel. It is okay to feel however I feel. Change of mindset helps so much. Let's get us some copyright free, whoa, that's bright. Copyright free music going. Since we're all just hanging out now. I have a favorite one, but I lost it. I don't know where it's at. Happy upbeat background instrumental for videos. That'll work. That'll work. I like it. I think I'm gonna like this one. Was just wondering, after recovery, can you enjoy caffeine and alcohol like the past before anxiety? Would really like to enjoy these things again like the good old days. Yes. Yes, after recovery you can go back to enjoying caffeine, drinking from time to time, although I'm not a drinker myself. I don't recommend that anybody drinks, just because I think it's no good for anybody. But yes, you can get back to your old self again. I live in a boring town too. How can I make myself exercise when I really do not want to? Ask yourself, why not? Why not get up and do the things you know you need to do to feel better? Why not? It's better to cut down on the alcohol. I'm doing the same. Yes, I would highly recommend that you get rid of alcohol during recovery, especially because alcohol is just not good for you physically. Okay, it's just not good for you. But after recovery, can you go back to drinking caffeine and alcohol? Completely up to you, personal choice. I've never been a drinker. I'm not pro-alcohol. I don't think anybody should really drink. I don't see the point in it. It's not good for you. It usually causes problems. But it's completely up to you. It's completely up to you. Like I said, I would recommend avoiding it during recovery, though. It's going to make it a lot tougher for you to do what you need to do and use the advice if you're also drinking during this time, because it makes you feel a little bit worse. And like I said, it's going to make it harder for you to use the advice. Is it still possible? Of course, anything's still possible, but it will make it tougher. No, I haven't buried the mask yet. I've been working on it with paint and stuff. It's a fun hobby. I got into it. I thought about ordering a bunch of blank like hockey masks and getting into painting those and doing like custom Jason hockey masks, because you can get like the blank white ones. I thought about doing that, taking that up as like a hobby. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that one. Wish I could hang out more, but have to go to the gym in the morning and work. Have a good night, Wonder Bro. Have a good night, Eric. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Is it normal to feel worse first thing in the morning? Yes. Yes, very common, very common. The advice remains the same, however. What part of the sensitized period for me is the fear? Worst part of this sensitized period for me is the fear, and sometimes the intrusive thoughts. Do these both come hand in hand? Yes. And the advice, again, remains the same. If you're not familiar with our 2 main keys, I've got tons of videos on it. Tons. My channel trailer, which is the first video that pops up as soon as you go on my channel, it is all about the 2 main keys. Give it a shot. You never know. You can maybe resell them on the side too. I thought about it because I watched some guy on YouTube. His whole channel is set up for him just ordering these blank masks and working on them and making custom ones. And I've always been an artist to a certain degree, so it seems like it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, while I've got you guys here, we're gonna share some social media links, because we don't do that often enough. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me on all social media under Wonder Bro Yo. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I've got a Facebook page that I update, pretty much regularly. I've got a Facebook group that you can actually send a request to join. It's a private group and you can post in it, talk amongst yourselves. I've got a Discord that you can join. Discord is a free, basically a free chat app. It's completely free on your computer, tablet, phone, whatever. And all you got to do is click the Discord link to join, which I think is in the description of this video. But yeah, I try to keep all my social media updated regularly with like helpful little tidbits. So you probably won't regret following me and giving me some likes on all that social media jazz. Hi Wonder Bro, during recovery, did you find yourself slightly frustrated? My husband says I'm impatient with the process, but I find myself think about how my progress and the anxiousness still there. Yes, frustration is common, and I believe I've got some videos on that subject if you want to search them up. But yes, it is common. Wonder Bro, you're brilliant, mate. Introduced my brother to your channel, and you're helping us big time. That is awesome, dude. Thank you for that. Word of mouth helps me grow. Thank you so much for sharing me out. How many books have Claire Weeks wrote? I'm unsure exactly how many she's wrote, but she's wrote a handful. I don't think I've read all of them. Hope and Help for Your Nerves, I've definitely read, but I don't think I've read all of them. Hey bro, how are you tonight? Doing great, man. Welcome to the stream. Is not wanting to eat, and I think there's a typo. Common with anxiety, have been sensitized for a while now, but these symptoms are new to me. Loss of appetite is a very, very, very common symptom. Do you have any advice for OCD? I've got plenty of videos on that, but my 2 main keys pretty much knock that out as well. My 2 main keys pretty much cover it all. But yeah, I've got some specific videos on that subject. 9 times out of 10, guys, if you're looking for a particular video, I've already made it, and all you need to do is search it up in the search bar. Hundreds of videos, hundreds of videos. What did I do? Oh, there we go. I lost something. Your work to help anxiety sufferers is amazing. Wonder Bro for president. I don't know if I want to be president, but I'll continue to do my best with this channel. There we go. You need to get a book out there. You have so much knowledge on this subject. A book is probably coming at some point. I have no clue when, but probably. I at least want to grow the channel a little bit more. I feel like I need to grow the channel to a certain degree where if I release a book, it'll get way more exposure. And I feel like right now is not that time. But maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. I don't want to rush it out. I don't want to rush a book out and it not have much exposure and just kind of get, just kind of get swept under the rug because nobody's reading it. More photography on my Instagram. I need to get back into taking some more photos. Yeah, I really enjoy photography. That's a good idea, man. I need to do that like tomorrow. Yeah, the symptoms fade away slowly. It's usually not instant. They tend to fade away slowly. Once you have fully recovered, do you still have the anxious thoughts and just have to reframe them? No, once you fully recover, those thoughts are kind of like symptoms. Once you recover, those tend to fade away too. And if you do get negative thoughts, which as a human being you probably will, you're not sensitized, so there's not an exaggerated feeling in the body, and you're able to dismiss those kind of thoughts more easily. These are helpful skills that you can use as a human being, not just as an anxious human being, but as a human being in general. These are helpful life skills. A book and a rap album. Yeah, dude, I should do that. I should do that. Let me just drop a book and a rap album same year. The best thing about photography is you get to go outside, get some fresh air, do the body some good while being creative. I agree, 110%. I agree. Do I think that people's sensitivity gets worse in the winter months? I don't think so. I mean, if you've got that in your mind, chances are you'll believe that, and as a result of that worry, then maybe, you know, a self-fulfilling prophecy, if you will. It's all about how you train your brain, though. That's what it comes down to. Not the day of the week, not the day of the month, not the season. To me, it's all about how you train your brain. I believe that completely. And just like the title of this stream says, you don't have to believe me. Just use the advice and watch the magic happen. Just use the advice and watch the magic happen. You don't necessarily have to have faith in me. I'm just giving you a suggestion. You don't have to believe it, but if you use it, you'll benefit from it. Looking for the silver lining, yes, I agree. It's okay to be a more positive person. In fact, I recommend it, obviously, over being a negative person. When I say don't follow your negative thoughts, I'm referring to those anxious, intrusive thoughts that you've already went over and hashed and rehashed a million times before. At this point, it's completely pointless and stressful. You might as well not even worry about them. You might as well just focus on positive behaviors and acceptance and retraining your brain. And once you do that, those thoughts will be laughable anyway, so there's no point in entertaining them. But being a more positive person about what's actually happening in your life, you know, real things, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I think you're right on track, Gustavo. You're learning, you're growing every single day, man. You just got to keep it up. No one said this would be overnight, you know, and it's not overnight. It's a process that, you know, can take a lengthy amount of time. That's okay. You'll get better and better. You'll feel better and better as time goes on. And the best part is these are all skills that you can carry over, you know, into your normal life. As a human being, you're still going to have worries and negativity and stress into your life, but with these skills, you can live a better overall life, not just heal your nerves. Anxiety being created out of fear. The spiritual side to it all. I think the advice I give about not following your negative thoughts, changing your reaction to things, is very spiritual in nature. Yes, I think it's very spiritual in nature. Pretty much everything I teach on this channel has a spiritual side to it. Dealing with energy, your energy, what you entertain. Dude, you're a human value. Thank you. You are very welcome. Miss the gaming streams. Yeah, I know. I'd like to do some more gaming streams. PC gaming to be exact. I've got my computer moved over here and hooked up to my big screen, so in order to start streaming from it again, I'd need to get the webcam over here and the mic over here. I didn't plan on keeping it hooked up this way, but I really like it. Do I think sleep habits have an influence on recovery? As long as you're sleeping, which, by the way, if you're sensitized, sleep is probably going to be hard for you to achieve, and that's normal. But as far as being a night owl or being up during the day, I mean, I don't know, but personally, I'm a night owl, always have been, and it doesn't seem to affect me, really. I read that depression is the past, anxiety is the future, and peace is in the present. Do you agree? Absolutely, 110%. 110%. Gave up on the PS4. Ever since I started PC gaming, yeah, consoles have kind of taken a back seat. Definitely. I don't know, man. It's like, for the longest time, all of my, a couple of my friends who are PC gamers tried to get me into building my own rig. They told me I wouldn't regret it, and it took me a while, but eventually I cracked and built my own computer, mostly so I could do streams and edit videos, but also for gaming, like they suggested, and it was probably the best decision I've ever made, honestly. Gaming is just so much better on PC. I wasn't a believer until I tried it for myself, but then I tried it and it's like, I never looked back. Dota 2. I don't know, I'm no good at those games. Like, what would you call those kind of games? Like Dota and League of Legends. I had a buddy of mine try to get me into League of Legends. Played a couple matches and it just wasn't for me. Maybe I didn't give it a chance, but I don't know, I couldn't get into those sorts of games for some reason. I just got a game called Frostpunk. It's fairly new. I think it just came out not long ago. It's like a strategy-based, top-down game where you build a city and solve problems, and you have to manage your resources and stuff like that, and it's actually a lot of fun. Sue, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm a sucker for story-based games as well. Those are my favorite. This Frostpunk, though, it's extremely difficult, but I think I'm getting better. Drake's Uncharted. Yeah, the Uncharted games are awesome. They remind me a lot of the Tomb Raider games. And I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan, so anything that feels like Tomb Raider, I will probably enjoy it. I'm actually getting ready to play some Frostpunk while you guys continue to hang out and chat it up. Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike's another game I tried and was no good at. Was no good at Counter-Strike. Getting there slowly but surely. This is a game that I would like to stream eventually. Yeah, you've been here on the channel for a while. Anxiety 24/7 is what we call sensitization. Yes, several serious bouts with that. But that's what this channel was set up to pretty much tackle, although I've got several videos on panic attacks as well. Proud of you, man. I'm glad you finally recovered. Continue using the advice even after the sensitization is gone. Like I keep saying, this advice that I give on the channel is good for everyday life. Dizziness, yes, very common symptom. A lot of people struggle with. Shane, as long as you're not reacting fearfully to the fear and getting on with your life, cutting out your coping methods, you can recover, but it takes effort. I got my girlfriend into watching the streams now as a hobby and a way to learn more about anxiety, OCD, and depression, so I got to ask her while I'm cleaning up, why is she so messy? That sounds like it could be a symptom of sensitization, yes. However, if you're curious if you're sensitized, I mean, sensitization varies from slightly sensitized to severely sensitized. I believe I have some videos on that. Which, I mean, if you were severely sensitized, you would know it. You would know it. Oh, I've always been a gamer. For as long as I can remember. Always been a gamer. It does take time to break these habits. And essentially that's what it is. I'm glad you realize that. Craig, hello. I'm glad you got that done though, Craig. Because now with the tests, you can kind of put your mind at ease. It is just anxiety. Black Friday on the 29th of this month, I expect you to have COD that day. I really want to get the new COD. It looks really, really fun. It's just so expensive, man. New games are just so expensive. I never got that Taco Bell yet. Yes, Shane. It is common to have anxiety come and go. Very, very common. Sometimes the feelings are so overwhelming it feels out of control. Is this normal? Yes, but that's a perfect chance for you to continue using the advice. It's when you're triggered that your brain is going to learn the most. Keep that in mind always. Oh yeah, is that what happened the last stream, like the 4-hour long stream? I don't remember. Did it eventually just crash? Oh, gotcha. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, I guess I just drug on for so long that, I don't know, my internet probably gave out or something. Yeah, it was almost 4 hours long. I did not plan on streaming for that long, but it just kind of happened. Everyone seemed to enjoy it though, so cool with me. Derealization is usually a symptom that's a good sign that your brain is finally forcing a break. It means that you've been obsessing too much. Yeah, the best thing to do about any kind of symptom that upsets you is accept it and don't focus on all the negativity that your mind is bringing you because it's not true. What we call second fear. It does get a lot easier over time. That's the beautiful thing about it. So at first it can be pretty tough, but as long as you're using the advice, it does get easier over time because you start to feel better over time, which makes using the advice easier. Yes, just let it flow right through you. That is completely normal at the beginning. Like I said, it's basically just bad habits that you have to break. Did you ever notice that when you were generally ill, like flu, etc., that your anxiety became worse and intensified the symptoms of you being ill? Being ill can make it a little bit tougher, but at the same time, a lot of it comes down to you. When I say that, it comes down to what habits you're falling back on. Brain fog is completely normal. Everything that you're experiencing on the sensitized journey is normal. You will tend to question it though and come up with worst case scenarios, and that's just going to keep you stuck in that cycle longer. So at some point you have to make the firm choice that you're going to accept that it's anxiety, especially if you've been examined by doctors, tons of times. You got to accept that it's anxiety at some point and dedicate to the advice in order to see that, in order to see that progress being made. What did I do with that? Oh. Hey, you can start to turn it around today, Jay Andrews. You can start to turn it around today. You can stay in that victim mindset, which I did for a very, very, very long time, longer than I should have, or you can start to turn it around today. Really dedicate to the advice. The advice is waiting for you, and it will work, but the key is to dedicate to it. Yeah, only gaining the knowledge will not help you. I mean, of course, that's where you've got to start, but using the knowledge is what's going to make a difference. Hello, Polly. Welcome to the stream. It's because you've wired your brain to be that way. Yes, you can face your fears by going, but if you're doing so in a fearful way, defeated manners, coping methods, slouching your head and acting defeated, whatever fearful stances or fearful ways you behave while fear is turned on, you can do these things, but as long as you're behaving in that way, the brain isn't actually learning anything. It's all about how you react to it. It's all about your behaviors. Bendy Trees, hello. Old habits, yes. People get started using the advice, but then as soon as they're not instantly cured, they give up on it and go right back to their bad old habits and bad behaviors, and nothing's ever accomplished. You got to ignore, okay, accept that the thoughts come, but you don't follow them. You don't follow them down the rabbit hole. You don't add to them while focusing on your positive behaviors, because that's how the brain learns. That's where the brain learns. So you can try to think your way out of it, but it's not going to work. So just let the thoughts say what they want, but focus on your behaviors, which is what's really going to cure you in the end. Any more motivation coming out, motivation videos coming out anytime soon? I'm not really sure. Probably at some point. All about breaking those bad habits. That's what second fear is, basically a bad habit. Where in the world do I find okay. It's all your perspective, Craig. So if you're confirming to yourself that anxiety feels like torture, then you're confirming to yourself and to your brain that there's a danger where there isn't. And that's not what you want to be telling your brain. Whew, arm's getting tired. I need a new way to set this all up. No point in beating yourself up, Craig. That won't accomplish anything either. Don't beat yourself up for mistakes. Hello, John Boy. Welcome to the stream. We're all just kind of hanging out. My favorite spiritual leader? My favorite spiritual guide would probably have to be Alan Watts. Yes, non-resistance is always key. I'm not a huge fan of roller coasters myself because I hate heights. Eckhart Tolle's also awesome. I love Eckhart. Whether you can tell the difference between a tension headache or just it being an anxiety symptom doesn't really matter in the end, does it? I mean, you're experiencing what you're experiencing. Whether the headache is the result of anxiety or not is really irrelevant. Yeah, I'm playing Frostpunk at the moment, just letting everybody kind of hang out and chat. Pretty good game, really hard though. Does Nova have Snapchat? Yeah, I'm on Snapchat under, let me see, Chris O. Shorter, I think, is my main Snapchat, Chris O. Shorter. Having a meetup. A meetup is something I would consider doing once the channel grows a bit more. Yeah, like writing a book, having meetups, all this great stuff. It's stuff I want to do, but I'm gonna have to wait until like the channel grows a bit more before we venture into that territory. Do, do, do. Come to the Holy Land. Yeah, I try to, I try to implement present moment living in everything that I do. I mean, as a human being, there's going to be times where you slack off, so to speak. Don't be hard on yourself. No point in being hard on yourself. No point. Whew. 4:30 a.m. I live in Israel. That's awesome, Sue. Did not know that. Normally I would have already ended the stream by now, where I'm like doing other things in the background here. But I don't know, I streamed for like 4 hours the other night and people seem to really enjoy that because they get to stay and chat amongst themselves. So I'm like, why not? I'll just keep the stream running even if I'm not actively doing anything and let you guys chat. I just checked out the trailer for that game you're playing. It looks good. It is really good, but it's really difficult. It's really difficult. But if you're into strategy games, which I am, it's super fun. Let's see. It's out for the PS4. Oh yeah, it's out for the Xbox as well. I've got it on PC. Let's see. Yes, I did build one of those. Okay. Last of Us is free on PS4 this month. I always wanted to try it out. Dude, if you haven't tried The Last of Us, you are missing out. Seriously. You are missing out. It's that good? Yes, it is that good. Man, this game is difficult. I'm gonna have to take a break from it. One of the most challenging strategy games I've ever played. Easily. Oh, you'll recognize when you're hyped and excited instead of anxious, because that's what you'll tell yourself. So it's all about how you interpret the way that you feel. Perspective means a ton. A new TV on Black Friday? Nice. You get so many good deals. It's 4:46 here in the morning, I might add. Okay, guys, I will be right back in a moment. You guys continue chatting amongst yourselves. Woo! Oh boy. I think while we were gone, copyrighted music was playing. Well, if this stream gets taken down, then you know what's up. Oh, my Biggie shirt? I need a playlist that plays nothing but copyright free songs. I like Taco Bell, but I'm not crazy about it. I think I'd rather have something like Burger King or something over Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good though, don't get me wrong. A good old Whopper. I think out of Wendy's and Burger King, I'm a bigger fan of Burger King. Nova's like passed out over here. Passed out. Just wanted to say hello. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. There we go. negativity towards me. How do I deal with it? By not dealing with it. I just don't even pay attention to it, honestly. I mean, things in life only have as much power over you as you give it. That is awesome, dude. Yes, keep using the advice no matter how you feel. Dedication, very, very important. Yeah, I know I do need to bury that mask just to see what happens. I think by the time I dig it up, it'll just, I don't know, it'll look a lot cooler. Let Mother Nature do its thing. Back to America, Benny Trees. Happy to have you. Welcome back to America. When are you doing that? In February? Awesome. I'm sure you're excited. We'll see how these extended, long-ass live streams go. We'll see if they do good, and if so, we may continue to do long live streams like this. The last one did really well. Personally, I thought they were like boring to people to stream this long, but a lot of people say they enjoy chatting, even if I'm not actively like speaking. They enjoy just chatting. And then other people say that even if it's not live, they enjoy just playing it in the background, like a podcast or something. So I don't know, if it's cool with you guys, then it's cool with me. I enjoy hanging out on stream. I guess too, if you just want to watch the beginning of the stream where we make the point of the stream, and then just click off the video, that's always an option. You don't have to watch the entire stream. So it doesn't hurt anything either way. Doesn't hurt anything either way. There's almost no live streams with people just talking. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, I just didn't want to upload anything that was too boring, but I guess what I said is true. I mean, if people only want to watch the beginning where we make the point of the stream and then click off the video, that's always an option. Like, you don't have to watch the whole thing, so. Are you still making regular videos? What I do is, with these live streams, I make the point of the stream, so whatever the title of the stream is, I knock that out at the very beginning of the stream for the people that are interested in that. And then after that, we normally just hang out. So that's how I'm doing videos nowadays. I'll probably go back to making regular videos eventually, but I've just been on like a stream kick here recently, and they've been really successful. People seem to enjoy them, so. But eventually we will go back to making regular videos. Personally, I enjoy the streams more. I enjoy the streams more because I get to hang out with everybody and just chill. And it's a lot of fun for me to do that. Can't really do that with the regular videos. I love the positivity here. It really changes my chemistry after my energy changes. Of course, that is awesome, dude. I'm sure regular videos will eventually come back. But like I said, I've really just been hanging out with everybody, and I enjoy that. So we've been doing a lot of streams for that reason. This is really a very beautiful family. It is, and that's why I enjoy streaming so much. There's a lot of positive and caring people in this community, and it makes streaming enjoyable. I probably wouldn't do any live streams if all of my viewers were just a bunch of douchebags. I probably wouldn't do live streams. Need to do some more Instagram lives. It was a lot of fun having bendy trees in the Instagram the other day. One particular person. It seems like you're having a lot of trouble with letting outside negativity affect you. If you can't distance yourself from negative people, because yes, negative people do impact your energy. So if you can't distance yourself from them, then you really need to learn to stay present while around them and not letting your own mind and your own ego run off with you, adding stress to the situation. Thoughtless state, if you get a master meditation, it is possible, but the more you strive for that, the more you're just operating from a place of ego that wants. The point of meditation is to just accept whatever's happening at the moment, having no resistance towards it, and just keeping your focus and attention in the present while you let thoughts come and go. So if you're meditating and in your mind you're up there thinking, oh, if only I could master this, if only I could, master this. If you're doing it from a place of ego, then you're really kind of defeating the purpose of meditation. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The Instagram Live was so fun. It really was. I enjoyed that. Hello, David. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, negative people suck. But if we can't distance ourselves from the negative person, which sometimes it's just impossible to do, then we have to learn how to be present with them. Not letting them get our own egos involved. That's not going to accomplish anything. Did you ever watch that show called Sopranos? I didn't. I've heard about it, though. Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you. How are you doing, David? Pretty sure I already asked you that, but... Hey, Wonder Bro, if you need any visual effects help, just let me know. As an VFX artist, would like to support you as you are supporting me. That is awesome, dude. I might actually reach out to you. Thank you for that. Just let it pass right through you. So, I mean, negative people can only impact you as much as you let them impact you. Let it pass right through you. Can't comprehend the cold, bendy trees? Is that what we're talking about? Nice, that movie Good Boys is finally free online in HD quality. I should probably watch more movies. I don't know, there's good movies out there that I need to watch, but I've never been much of a movie person. Is Bendy Trees moving to Alaska? Moving to Alaska? Can't comprehend the cold? You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. I'm trying to get caught up on the conversation. Oh no, Shane mentioned Alaska, but that's not where you're moving. Okay. I knew I seen Alaska in chat somewhere. I'm playing the most addictive phone game ever right now. You'll get used to it, Bendy Trees. I need to change my Bitmoji's clothes. He's still wearing a skeleton outfit. Halloween is behind us, unfortunately. You will get used to it, Bendy Trees. It might take a while, but you'll get used to it. Eventually. Plans for Thanksgiving? Hopefully gonna eat a shit ton of good food. Minnesota? Oh, okay. America's Thanksgiving is later than Canada's? Is it? I did not know that. In Australia, we don't have any Thanksgiving. Austria. Okay, sorry. In Austria, we don't have any Thanksgiving. What does Canada's Thanksgiving celebrate? Man, a big plate of turkey and ham and gravy and mashed potatoes and rolls. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Yeah, you can get used to the fear by, experiencing it again and again, but the key is to not add second fear. The key is to break all of those bad habits and change your reaction to it. I noticed, there is a lot of people in the streams that ask for a lot of reassurance and usually just rehash the same questions. And, I'm not jumping on anybody. That's how I used to be. But the key is for those people who are, who ask a lot of the same questions again and again, you can watch these streams and learn the advice, but you got to use it. And there's a part of me that understands that you do know the advice, you're just not using it. But you want it to be reconfirmed to you again and again that this is what you're supposed to do, and that kind of gives you hope and makes you feel good. But you're still not, at the end of the day, not actually using it and dedicating to it. And that's where the true progress is going to happen. So just be careful of that. It's I can reconfirm to you what you need to do time and time again, but if you're not actually using it, you're not going to get very far. So just be aware of that. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. So I used to be the exact same way. Wayne, what is going on, dude? Welcome to the stream, man. Julia, hello. What does Canada have to do with Thanksgiving? Yeah, I don't know. Canada's Thanksgiving celebrates the year's harvest and blessings of the passing year. It's a holiday to reflect on our free country and opportunities. Oh, okay. Learn something new every day. Back in States from flight from the Philippines. Awesome, Wayne. So cool, dude. Did you have a good time? Is Thanksgiving more important than Christmas in America? I guess it comes down to the individual, what they think, but honestly, as a whole, no. I wouldn't think that Thanksgiving is more important than Christmas. People seem to go a little bit more apeshit over Christmas than they do Thanksgiving. I got sick like the last 4 days I was there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hope you feel better now, though. That's what matters. Yeah, people tend to go a little bit more crazy over Christmas in America than they do Thanksgiving. See you later, Bendy Trees. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. What time is it here? 5 a.m. But I learned a lot. I learned to be grateful for a lot of things after seeing the poverty there. That's awesome, Wayne. Life is a learning experience. If only we open our eyes, right? If only we open our eyes. (9:16) in Melbourne. Awesome. We got people from all over the world. Sure, I need a shower. I probably stink. We can't live stream that here, though. Sorry, guys. If you guys enjoy chatting, which, I mean, you obviously do, consider checking out the Discord. Link in the description. Am I still debating on getting back with my ex? I mean, I guess it's possible, right? Like, I'm in the mindset of I guess it's possible, but we're just kind of going with the flow and see what happens. I'm not really trying to force anything or actively pursue anything, but if it turns out that way, then so be it. And if not, then so be it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, finally caught a live. Well, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you're missing the lives, make sure you ring that notification bell. Why did you break up? A lot of personal reasons. It was mutual. It's not something we could exactly control. A lot of life bullshit. Benny Trees was like, I gotta get going like 20 minutes ago. She can't help herself, man. She can't help herself. I love picking on bendy trees. She's gonna be late to work or wherever it is she's going. Be like, what took you so long? I couldn't stop chatting. I couldn't stop chatting. Okay. And the more I learn about spirituality and thoughts and the ego and how it all works, the more I realize that it's going to be a bit more difficult to date. Simply because unless I find someone on the same page as me, you know, it's just going to be tougher. It's just going to be tougher. Because a part of my mind is like, look, you know about all this stuff, and if said person doesn't know about all this stuff, then you're not on the same page, you know? My mom is going to be real angry. I'm late to call her back. You can blame it on me, Bendy Trees. I'm the same way with relationships. I used to use them as a way to validate myself, yeah. Since I've grown spiritually and I've just learned about the mind and how the mind works and whatnot, it's going to make dating just a bit tougher for me, because unless I can find someone that's kind of on the same page as I am, then I know how their ego's working. I know how their mind is working, and it's like, no, you're doing this for all the wrong reasons. But you're not a spiritual person, so you don't understand what you're doing. You don't get what you're doing, but I get what you're doing, and that makes it difficult for me because I wish I could explain these things to you, but you're not willing to listen, and so I'd rather be alone at this point than date someone that's totally unconscious, you know what I mean? To like all the things that I talk about here on the channel, the spiritual side of things. I'd rather just be single. But eventually I will find someone who's on the same page as I am, and if they're not, I will find someone who's willing to learn, right? Relationships can be so tough when people are operating from their ego. And 90% of the population is operating from their ego, and 90% of the population doesn't know anything about meditation and negative thoughts and all this stuff. So it makes dating hard. Do you have soulmates that you wish to reconnect with, not just romantically? Anyone that I would consider a soulmate in my life, I'm still connected with them in one way or another. Still actively speaking to these people that I would consider soulmates. There's a few people that I would consider soulmates. Not just romantically, I get what you're saying. And yeah, I'm still friends with those people. Just makes dating much more difficult when you're a spiritual person because you know how egos operate, and it's like you can see the ego operating in people and the unconsciousness, and you're just like, ugh, I see it. And I wish you were willing to learn, but you're not willing to learn. And that makes it more difficult because it's kind of aggravating because you're like, oh, I see the games that you're playing and you don't even realize that you're playing them, and I wish you would just let me teach you. But I guess in the same way, it can make dating easier because you are aware of egos and how they work, so you're more likely to not get involved with your partner's ego, and maybe can serve as a peaceful place for them, and they can grow with you. So it depends on how you look at it, I suppose, but you know, everything has got its ups and downs. Yeah, that's true, Bendy Trees. Like I said, it's got its ups and downs. I guess it could be a good thing, you know, maybe you can be that person's peace, maybe you can teach that person, guide that person if they're willing to listen. But if they're not, it can be frustrating to date someone who's so identified with their ego when you know what's going on, but they're not willing to listen. I know someone that now lives in Sweden that I feel a deep urge to reconnect with. Hey, the law of attraction, I'm a firm believer in it. Energy, man. Energy, man. I think I'm going to fly there and just knock on the door after not speaking for years. It's a maturity thing too, Wonder Bro. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Hi, Wonder Bro. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? My ex broke up with me because he didn't like spiritual person. I tried to teach him, but he was not willing to learn, and he broke up with me. Yeah, like I said, it's got its ups and downs being a spiritual person and trying to date. It's got its ups and downs, just like everything in life. It's his loss, though. It's his loss. Yeah, not everyone matures. Age really doesn't matter. You know, I've met 40-year-old people who are not mature, and I've met 20-year-old people who are very mature. So, you're right, some people grow up and still never mature. Age is really irrelevant to maturity. Irrelevant. I'm just at a point in my life as far as dating and relationships go that I'm not trying to force anything anymore. I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a rush, I'm not frantically trying to find a partner like I used to be. to try to validate myself, to try to, you know, find someone who could fix me. I didn't realize I was trying to find someone to fix me, but used to, when I would date, that's what I was doing without even realizing it, trying to find someone who could make me feel a certain way. And that's not love. It's not anyone's responsibility to fix you or make you feel a certain way, and they're not going to be able to. Maybe for a short while, but it's not going to last. The only person who can fix you is you. And I realized that. So as far as dating goes, I'm just going with the flow. Whoever comes into my life, you know, whoever comes into my life that's meant to come into my life, they will, one way or another. Doing better, but somewhere in your mind there's still some fear left. That's completely normal. Continue using the advice here on the channel. 2 main keys all the way. Dedicate to it. You will eventually overcome it. You just really have to give me dedication. Love your advice. Well, thank you very much. I know you guys probably get sick of hearing 2 main keys, 2 main keys. But honestly, that's what it always comes back to. If it's an anxiety-related question on how to heal, it'll always come back to the 2 main keys. Always. Sharpening those skills. That's what it's all about. Definitely, Rich. I agree. You have to love yourself. If you can't love yourself, how can you expect anyone else to love you? You know what I mean? Five thirty a.m. Wow. Oh. do some videos on phobias. I think I have a few on specific phobias. All right, you guys, it is 5:30 in the morning here. I know this isn't a 4-hour long stream like the other night, but a pretty long stream nonetheless. I am, however, going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you've had I'm getting tongue-tied. I hope you all, there we go, have had a good night hanging out here on stream. It's been fun. I am going to go ahead and get out of here, though, so mwah. I love you guys, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, as always, boom, right there. Stay awesome.